HarperCollins presents Mum, What's Wrong With You? 101 Things Only Mothers of Teenage Girls Know by Lorraine Candy. Read by Lorraine Candy. For Skye, Grace, Henry and Mabel Candy. Could I be more embarrassing? No, seriously, could I? Preface. Dear Mum of Teenage Girls, feeling a bit lonely, confused even? Maybe you're wondering what you've done wrong and are fearful of what is going to happen next on this parenting journey. Perhaps, like I was, you're in maternal shock, jolted from one stage of mothering into the next without warning. Or perhaps you're just overwhelmed and perplexed by the wonderful fizzy giddiness of it all, this new raw aliveness of the special human you've nurtured, ricocheting around the house, setting off little fires everywhere. Wherever you are on the road to parenting a teenage girl, I'm here from your future to reassure and comfort you with empathy and humour, to let you know what to expect. This book is a collection of friendly suggestions to guide and relax you. I hope it helps you feel less alone, especially if you've reached that part of the maternal experience that is as tense as those electric moments before a thunderstorm, probably any age after 11 years. I suspect that before now it was all going fairly well. You may have been a bit exhausted, made a few predictable mistakes, celebrated a few triumphs, come to the end of your occasional trips to A&E, but you've survived the heart-stopping anguish of keeping a newborn alive, said goodbye to toddler tantrums, cried a little bit at the first day of school. Hallelujah and well done. A sigh of relief, perhaps. Feet up with a cup of tea and a hobnob. Well, not quite. Lurking on the horizon is something different. Female adolescence. A world of weird and wonderful surprises, which I wish someone had told me about in advance. So here I am telling you. As a mum of 4 children, now aged 9 to 18, 3 girls and a boy, I was knocked sideways by the teenage years. Nothing spectacularly dramatic happened. I just felt it was a lonelier landscape, a place where I feared one wrong mothering move would result in the detonation of emotional time bombs. At times, I felt like a parenting hero, and other times I felt rubbish, a rubbish mum, a rubbish human, well, mostly because my girls would tell me I was, bless them. It was all so confusing. I could be both proud and ashamed of my teen daughters simultaneously. Moments when I loved them so much I couldn't bear to leave the room they were in. Other moments I hoped they'd get eaten alive by a passing T-Rex. Some days felt completely out of control, and others were flooded with the melancholy sadness of the eventual parting lurking ahead of us. Often I just didn't know what to do, what to think, how to smooth the edges and not feel quite so rejected, panicked or overwhelmed with self-doubt. And on many occasions I was just absolutely furious. This rainbow of feelings hitting me during the challenging midlife years was hard to deal with calmly. I noticed that the biology, psychology and fury of female midlife happening at exactly the same time as female adolescence was the perfect storm for domestic unrest. It explained a lot. No one really talks about this aspect of mothering, though. There are no NCT-like support groups for mums of teenage girls, because there are so many private situations and conversations that you cannot share. So I wanted to help women through those more baffling moments, especially mums who had been telling me that their daughters had suddenly rejected them. One woman summed it up perfectly in a Facebook post I read. I feel like a stranger. I find myself wistfully hoping for some kind of relationship with my daughter. But over the past months she has changed completely. I see tiny glimmers of who she was, but it is as if someone took my daughter and swapped her. I feel heartbroken. I miss her. Is anyone else feeling this way? I know many of you do, so I thought I would take my personal experience and all the advice I have been given during my years of writing a parenting column in one national newspaper or another and compile it into one helpful book. I've been writing about my family for over a decade. Apart from documenting the humorous minutiae of our daily life, I have also explored parenting do's and don'ts with many experts. I've interviewed neuroscientists, family therapists, best-selling parenting gurus, professionals working on the front line of teenage mental health, tech professionals in the digital world. Plus, I've quizzed all the young female staff I've managed during my time editing women's magazines about their relationships with their mums. I've read parenting books new and classic and all the weighty newspaper think pieces on adolescence. And of course, I've experienced some of it personally as a mum, working full-time living in a busy city. I hope my humour comes through in all the information I've put here in preparation for what is to come, because humour is your secret weapon in the teenage years. This book is not a mum to-do list, and it's not about adhering to a set of specific rules. Your child is unique, your childhood is unique, and we all bring our own childhood into the room when we parent. The combination of all this and many other variable factors, not least environment, school, friendship groups and genetics, means I cannot offer a foolproof
Sample complete. Ready to continue?